During this lecture, I will cover the program review. The program review consists of 8 course reviews. The program review has a 2 to 3 page summary for each course you took in the NCRP program. I have grappled with this assignment for several years. The dilemma has been between providing a course review template versus letting you create your own sequence of content. I want to make this a meaningful process, whether you have already written your course reviews or are struggling to remember what you learned in the courses several years ago. According to the syllabus, the extensive written program review highlights your learning in the NCRP program. It should include all of the required courses such as 500, 503, 507, 508, 522, and either the 525, 527, or 544 course. You should also include one elective course. Each course review should be approximately 2 to 3 pages in length, and the minimum for the program review would be 16 pages, and the maximum size would be 24 pages. If your program review exceeds 24 pages, I will send it back to you for revision. Towards the end of each capstone course, students complete a survey and provide suggestions on how I can improve the program review assignment and the evaluation criteria. These are some of the comments and suggestions I have received from previous students about how to improve the course review and their experiences with completing this assignment. Some of the criteria I am looking for on the course reviews is that the course review covers the learning outcomes on the syllabus. Each course review is organized with levels of headings. The course review is original. You need to put your own novel experience into the content of the review. You include citations. Usually this is the textbooks of the course. And you need to have a consistent style and format throughout all of the course reviews so the program review looks like one consistent document. Each of the courses you have taken in the NCRP program has a syllabus with course learning outcomes. Here is an example of the learning outcomes for the NCR 507 Research Design and Interpretation course. What you're doing in the course review is describing how you mastered the learning outcomes. The course reviews must show original content, and the majority of each course review should be paraphrased in your own words. You may cite lectures as personal communications. I will be running these reviews through Turnitin. The reviews will be compared with all the other course reviews submitted from students since 2006. To receive credit, you must show the reviews are written in your own words, and you must appropriately cite your sources and list your references. The grading rubric for the course and program reviews includes several different criteria. I will be looking at these criteria as I am reading your course reviews. To receive credit, you must meet all of the criteria for credit. If your review needs improvement, I will send it back to you and tell you what you need to improve on. In the no credit category, that's when you need to completely rewrite your whole either course or program review. For credit, you must look at the learning outcomes and write an efficient review and analysis of all the learning outcomes listed on the course syllabus. To do this, you will need to paraphrase or shorten or find the key words in these learning outcomes. Writing them out usually requires too much space. The organization. The review is logically organized by using headings, seriations, and sequence signal words. The originality. The review uses a majority of space, greater than 80%, to paraphrase the course content with citations and a reflection about how you mastered the learning outcomes. You need to demonstrate your active participation in the course by including a summary of the peer review processes, the presentations, the feedback you received from your peers, summaries of the discussions, and any significant contributions you made to the course. The review includes reflections about participation in the role plays, simulation, and other class activities. On the citations, you need to cite the lectures and references according to the publication manual of the American Psychological Association. The citations and references should include the assigned textbooks in the course. You should also be citing multiple references to support the course learning outcomes. I often see the same issues with course reviews over and over. Here is my list of the most frequent comments I make during the course reviews. I am providing this so you can avoid these pitfalls. First, says who? What is the source of your information? Where is the citation? How are you linking it to a reference? Second, so what? How does this information you're providing relate to the course learning outcomes? Third, what research or project did you complete in the course? I want you to provide a description of the assignments, and you can put the titles of your term papers and other things that you turned in. Fourth, how did you master the content? And in here, you're telling me you read, you participated in a simulation, you did some research, describe the activities you did. A lot of these can link back to the discussion boards. Fifth, how did you interact with your peers in the course? Were there any discussions or simulations? Now here, I don't want it to read like you're the only person in the course and the only thing you did in the course was read a book. These are interactive courses. There's discussion boards, there's simulations, there's presentations. Tell me about your involvement in these. Tell me what you learned in the course rather than what you read in the textbooks. And once again, it's not a book review. Seventh, seriation. This is how you organize the course review. When you say there's a On the second hand, tell me where the first hand is. Use those sequence signal words to show a sequence and organization in the course. Also, the pitfall of just too many quotations. If there's a block quotation that's 40 words or greater for a course review, it just takes up too much space. I'm going to send it back. You need to be describing what you learned in the course that covers as many of the course learning objectives as you can fit in the page requirement. There just isn't room for long block quotations from textbooks or quoting your instructor. Please don't waste space by glorifying the instructor. Students often spend a paragraph of each review saying how great the instructor was or how much they learned from their peers. You should focus on how you mastered the specific learning outcomes. Your writing should be specifically focused on the learning outcomes of the course. I often see whole paragraphs that could be cut and pasted into the review of another course and still apply. I don't want these general repetitive statements about a course. Don't blanket every course review with the same general comments. You should omit all quibbling. Don't elaborate on how ignorant or naive you were before you took the course and how much you were enlightened by the material. Instead, describe how you actively mastered the learning outcomes. Please omit needless words in the course review. I will post some examples of effective program reviews on Blackboard. Please look at these and use them as models for writing your own course and program review.